Science is all about being curious and asking questions. The scientific method always begins by observing and wondering why and how. When you think about a question, maybe you will guess at some possible answer and think of the ways to find out if your ideas are correct. Just by wondering, guessing, and trying something out, you are acting as a scientist and using what scientists call the scientific method. The evolution of science and technology, no doubt, is like a boon to the world because human beings have come to know a lot about the world in which they live, indulge in activities, etc. Development in the technology leads to the advancement in science and helps to revolutionize several fields including medicine, agriculture, education, etc. Good morning, students. I welcome you to today's GK virtual class. Today, bache, we are going to talk about the great scientist. As you all know, the credit of our country's progress and development goes to the hard work, dedication, and intelligence of our scientists to a large extent. Today, we are going to do page number 36 and 37 of your book. On this, we will match the contribution of the correct scientist with it. Let's do. Before starting the topic, let's see the learning outcomes. Students, after the completion of this topic, you will be able to enlist the contribution of some leading scientists. You will be able to identify the name of the scientist based on the contribution done by them in the field of science and technology. You will be able to choose the correct name of the scientist and match it with the contribution done by them. Let's see. Let's study these great scientists and their contribution. The first one, this scientist, he was an Indian American biochemist. He was born in British India. Khurana Hargobind Khurana served on the faculties of 3 universities in North America. He became a naturalized citizen of United States in 1966 and received the National Medal of Science in 1987. He received Nobel Prize for Physiology in 1968 for interpretation of the genetics code and its function in protein synthesis. The second one, Sir Chandrasekhar Venkataraman, was born in Tamil Nadu, India. He was an Indian physicist. He studied light scattering. He won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930 for his work in this subject. He discovered that when light passes through a transparent material, some of the deflected light changes in wavelength. This phenomena is known as Raman effect. He was also awarded with Bharat Ratna in 1954. The third one is Subramanyam Chandrashekar. He was Indian-born US physicist he received the 1983 Nobel Prize in Physics for his theoretical studies of the physical process of importance to the structure and evolution of stars. The fourth one, Venkataramakrishnan Venki Ramakrishnan, was born in Tamil Nadu, Chennai in 1952, is an Indian-born American British structural biologist. He received the 2009 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for studies of the structure and function of ribosomes. He is also the 62nd President of the Royal Society for Science and Scientists, founded in 1660 by Charles II. Fifth one, Vikram Sarabhai was born on 12th August 1919, was an Indian physicist and astronomer who initiated space research and helped develop nuclear power in India. He was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1966 and the Padma Vibhushan in 1972. He is initially regarded as the father of Indian space program. Sarabhai started a project for fabrication and launch of an Indian satellite. As a result, the first Indian satellite Aryabhatta was put in orbit in 1975. The sixth one, Proful Chandra Roy. Proful Chandra Roy was an eminent Indian scientist, also known as the father of Indian pharmaceuticals. He invented mercus, nitrite, and also extracted several of its derivatives. Seventh one, Salim Muhijuddin Abdul Ali was an Indian ornithologist and naturalist, sometimes referred to as Birdman of India. Salim Ali was the first to conduct systematic bird survey across India and wrote several bird books that popularized ornithology in India. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 1958 and Padma Vibhushan in 1976. Eighth one, Homi Bhabha was an Indian nuclear physicist, founding director and professor of physics at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. He was also known as father of Indian nuclear program. Baba was also the founding director of Atomic Energy Establishment Trombe, which is now named as Bhabha Atomic Research Center in his honor. I told you, kids, by the end of this topic, you will be able to identify the name of the scientist based on the contribution done by them. You will be able to enlist the contribution of some leading scientists. Now, I have one task for you to do. You have to find out which country has developed vaccine for COVID-19.